Yo! What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of the Westchester Weavers, and today we have our SSL Season 6 Week 2 matchup against the Milwaukee Braviaries, coached by Nathan. I've played Nathan, I think I've only played him like one other time, back in like GPL Season 2, I believe. We took the L there, but we're hoping to get revenge for that game. Oddly enough, the last time I played him, he had a Mega Banette and a hard-hitting dragon. And last time he had Kieran Black. This time he has Tyrantrum. And then last time we played, I had a Lottie and a Scolipede. So our teams, it's like almost like a remix of like what we had. Not quite exactly, but I'm kind of like pulling the stretch a little bit. But hopefully you guys know what I mean. So let's get into this matchup. He has a pretty threatening team with Nidoqueen, Manaphy, Mega Banette, Florges, Tyrantrum, and regular Houndoom. While on my side, we got in its Season 6 debut, Skeletor, the Scolipede, rocking with Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Earthquake, and Protect, Speed Boost, Life Orb, and I believe enough speed to outspeed. I want to say Nidoqueen, or I want to say no. Enough speed to outspeed Houndoom, and I don't think I could have outsped Manaphy because I was at 115 or I was running Adamant Nature. Not 100% sure about that. Sorry about that, guys. But definitely enough speed to outspeed, and then outspeed is the majority of his team at once I hit up one Protect. Then next to Scolipede, Skeletor, we have Victor Von Doom with the Mega Houndoom, rocking with Sunny Day, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, and Solar Beam. This is meant to really break a lot of things on his team, and potentially, like, I wanted to run Sunny Day because if I get in like a situation where I'm 1v1 against Manaphy, throw up a Sunny Day, take one Scald, and then blow it back with a Solar Beam. Because Solar Power, Solar Beam from a Mega Houndoom is going to blow back Manaphy. Though he could be like Rindo Barrier or like stack a lot of special defense or whatever to try to take one. It is possible. Next we have East Side, the East Side Gastrodon, rocking with Scald, I believe Recover. I want to say Rindo Berry and Earth Power, and locked in with a Rindo Berry and almost close to maxish. Special defense enough to, with a Rindo Berry, to take one Energy Ball from Manaphy and fire it back with Mirror Coat, I believe that's what I had, or at least a Toxic. Not 100% sure, but this is supposed to be my main Manaphy switch in, hence why I had the Rindo Berry, because Manaphy's usually do pack Energy Ball when they're facing off against a Gastrodon team. Then next to East Side, we got Fight Song, the Electabuzz. Yes, the Electabuzz rocking in a Violet with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and I believe Focus Blast. Focus Blast is for Tyrantrum and Houndoom, while Volt Switch is for Momentum, Psychic is for Nidoqueen, and Thunderbolt is for hard hitting step. Then next we have Top the Togekiss with Air Slash, Thunder Wave, Trick, and I believe Heal Blow. And then finally we have Latias, mainly offensive Latias with I believe Recover, Draco, Surf, and I want to say Thunder. Something along, or no, Psyshock, Thunder, Draco, Recover. And I do have a Kasiba Berry. Kasiba Berry is the Ghost Resist Berry. The idea behind this is to take one Shadow Sneak from Mega Banette and to fire off of like Big Fat Draco. But yeah, that's the team. I really don't necessarily like this matchup, partially because of Tyrantrum. Like if Tyrantrum gets like a Dragon Dance up, it could be really bad, and I could potentially lose. Or even if he's Choice Scarf, that could be a problem as well to this team. Though if he kills something, then I bring in Scolipede and he hit Protect once, and then potentially go through his team a little bit. Though I do have to be very careful because of Mega Banette and with Scolipede, I should have run sub. I'm not gonna lie. Really should have run sub on this, predicting like him to switch in, use Mega Banette as like Scolipede to turn. But I really needed the coverage moves. Needed needed Poison Jam for Florges, needed Mega Horn for like Manaphy and even Houndoom actually. I think Mega Horn does more than Earthquake, but then needed Earthquake for Tyrantrum and Houndoom and Nidoqueen. So that was pretty much the rationale behind that. And then yeah, but let's get into this matchup. Hopefully I don't get swept by Mega Banette again. If you guys remember that last video, and you guys can look back in the playlist, Mega Banette kind of dominated my team. Hopefully Mega Banette won't dominate this team again. So I believe we are going to lead off with Eastside. Yes, and he leads off with this. He frisks the Rindo Berry, kind of blow the surprise a little bit, and just go right into Victor Von Doom. He goes for the knock right here, and that's what I was expecting him to go for. It does a fair amount pre-mega. So I just decided to try to get the sun up and try to get it popping. And so I get the sun up, and then I go for the Dark Pulse right here just to see what this wants to do, and it doesn't do anything. This does like 25%. I was looking at Calx. He definitely has, judging by that damage, he's AV, or either that or especially defensive. Spoilers, he did tell me after the game that he was AV, which makes sense. And this is probably his best switch in, so I just couldn't Fire Blast all over the place. And he decides to go into this, and I'm kind of like, fuck, I just gave him the sun. And I was like, I was looking at Calx, and even if he fires off a Fire Blast, it does like 50. So I kind of have to be out here, and I ended up switching into Electabuzz, and he goes for the Super Fang and does clean 50-ish, and then I decided to go for a Focus Blast. I do miss the Focus Blast, which is very unfortunate. I can't take this thing out right away, so I just go into Gastrodon. He gets up the rocks. I thought I actually had Defog on Latias and Togeous in this game, and I don't, and this is going to be pretty important for in the grand scheme of things, and I'll explain later. But we go for a Scald right here, and we do not get the burn, which is very important and very fortunate. We decided to go right into Electabuzz, and he gets up the Tail Glow. I'm like, all right, this thing got to get up the paint. So I decided to do just Volt Switch right here, and then right here, I'm like, all right, he's gonna think I'm gonna switch into like Togekiss or Gastrodon or even Latias. So I'm like, all right, he's not real enough to Earth Power right here. So I decided to Psychic right here, and it does clean 60%, and he does Ice Beam, and it does not kill me because I am Eviolite. And so I'm like, all right, cool, free KO right here, and I just go for another Psychic and take out Nidoqueen. So I'm glad that worked out. And then right now we decided to Volt Switch out into Togekiss, and he decides to set up a Calm Mind right here. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I trick him as Choice Scarf, and then he goes for another Calm Mind right here. And I get the Keep It Berry too, which he doesn't have any Poison Mons, but like kind of nice too. Kind of nice to get. And he goes for another Calm Mind right here, so he's locked in the Calm Mind on the Choice Scarf. So I'm looking good. This is a free Thunder Wave right here, so I decided to go right for it. And I go for the Thunder Wave on the Manaphy, and then I decide to just Air Flinch him, and we get a crit, which is really fortunate. And then we get the Paralyzation. This is going to be very hard for him to break out, statistically speaking. I think it's like almost like it's like paralyzed, either to break through like paralysis and air slash. It's like pretty high. It's like in my favor, like it's higher than 50%. So he's playing with coin flips a little bit, and then I just air slash again, and he gets flinched right there, which is super fortunate. And I decided to just air flinch again, expecting him to sack, but he decides to go into Tyrantrum, which was a pretty nice play on his part. And then I'm like, all right, what like I really don't have that much like answers to this. And the way he brought it in, I'm guessing he's Scarfed right here, so I don't necessarily want to sack this. And then so I just decide what he wants to lock himself into and just sack Electabuzz. Then I go to the east side, and then I know Head Smash isn't going to do that much, so I decide to just Scald it up right there. And then I believe I switch again. No, I just stay in and I eat up the Rindo Berry. That does 32% with the Rindo, and I just Mirror Coat and take out this Manaphy. And then he goes into this, and then he gets the crit Shadow Claw. Crit didn't matter. I don't think it mattered there. But I can't even complain because Shadow Claw does have a high chance crit. So it's like not really that big of a deal in my eyes. So right now we decided to go into Tup. This right here probably should have gone into Mega Houndoom right here. And then probably try to like just fire off a Dark Pulse and hope that I got like high rolls flinches against his Houndoom as well. Didn't really want to risk it that much, and then we just decided to Thunder Wave this thing, and then we decide to stack right here, I think, or we just go for air slash. Yeah, we go for an air slash right here, and then this confirms that he's head smash because I made this, or this confirms that he's choice scarf because I made this Togekiss specifically designed for to outspeed Tyrantrum. So he ends up killing the Tup, and we are not in the best shape. And this was a kind of a roll to kill, and this is why I wish I had Defog, because if I didn't have Defog, I think I was living this, like barely living this. I shouldn't say like I think I was living this. I was barely living this, but this was a roll in his favor, and I kind of just had to get desperate right here, or I was gonna lose. And then he decides to go for head smash, and he gets the roll, which is, I can't, like, I'm not going to complain about rolls, but just saying, I had a chance to live. That's why I went into Latias right there, and I kind of wanted to just fire off something. In retrospect, probably should have just gone right into Skeletor, but I didn't want him going into Mega Banette, if that makes sense. So I just go and protect right here, and he head smashes, get the speed boost, pop in, and now I know for sure I'm faster than it, and I just Earthquake right here and get a crit. Crit did not matter. I do not believe so. And then right now I decide to protect and see what he wants to go for, and he goes for Shadow Claw, and I'm like, all right, he's not even trying to Wispy me because he probably knows Shadow Claw takes me out here, and I decide to just go and Mega Houndoom. And this play just doesn't work because even though I'm resisted, it takes me out. And then I go into Skeletor and Shadow Claw. I missed the Mega Horn, and then Shadow Claw does, and he breaks through paralysis. And I lose 3-0. Good game to Nathan. I don't know. Like that game was like kind of weird. Like I didn't really have a lot of like good answers from Mega Banette. At least the team that I brought. I probably should have brought like something a little different, to be honest. I was toying around with like a couple of like really defensive Latias sets. That would have helped with at least Tyrantrum to a degree. But kind of bad prep on my part. But definitely good game to Nathan. Like deserves a win. I think next week we play Fancy, coach of the West Virginia Wingles. So hopefully we'll bounce back after this loss. But that about wraps it up. My name is Moody, and I will see you guys later. Peace.